Hey, Stephan Haluska here from CoolCleveland, and I'm at Cleveland Public Theater talking with two artists who are showing new pieces as part of the Test Flight series. And I'm talking with Marcia Custer and Sherrine Azab. So can you tell me what Test Flight is, and what it's about, and what it means to you guys?
So I am an emerging artist who's working in Cleveland, and I've workshopped some ideas before and shown them in different places, but never with the amount of resources and the sweet technical support that CPT offers for developing my work further and trying out some newer ideas and seeing what it feels like to be with a live audience, because as you know, performance can be really dependent on who's in the audience and if there is an audience. And so just having that over this weekend is going to be really helpful for me as an artist to see how things land.
Wow, cool. So this is a works in progress series, and so how do your pieces fit into that?
So I run a company in Detroit called A Host of People, and we create all new pieces over a long period of time. It usually takes us about a year to complete one of our works. So we always try to have a developmental showing of some kind, and so Test Flight was the perfect place for us to do it. We've been really big fans of Cleveland Public Theater for years, and so this is it's our first showing of our newest work, and we use a lot of multimedia in our pieces, and so it's a great time to explore that with the support around us and to get a first sense of where we want to go in the next phase of the development of the piece.
So what is your piece about?
My piece is it's called Neither There Nor Here. It's about people that either identify as mixed of some kind or being in between in their identity, of non-binary in any sort of way. So I personally identify as mixed race, and so of taking a deeper look into people that have that unique experience and that unique identity, it doesn't always have a play. That story isn't always told. And so our show is taking the form of a cooking show, which we are taking the idea that you can put all these disparate pieces together, these ingredients, to make a new whole and create your own culture when you are maybe come from multi-cultures or something that is, neither there nor here.
So is that the multimedia aspect?
We do use that as part of it for sure, but we we tend to do a lot of multimedia, and it just incorporated its way nicely into video in regards to a cooking show. And how do you expand the viewing of what you're doing with your hands and what is maybe you can use from your past that comes in to become the ingredients of who you are.
Super cool. And what can the audience expect from your piece, Marcia?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think because the pieces, I went down to the water and found my selfie there, and it's an exploration on selfie culture and how we represent ourselves online and our interactions with others. They can expect to reflect on that process through this channeled personality that is taking them on a journey through this liminal space of the internet. They can expect to hear a lot of different experimental sounds, and you can even hear a pop song in there. But I call it a noise musical because it's using extended techniques, experimental sounds to push forward this narrative, however experimental it is. And that's been really fun to play around with, especially with the sound system and just hearing it all throughout the space. So they can expect to hear a lot of stuff, see some crazy costumes and some clowny stuff. It's going to be fun.
That sounds cool. Thank you, guys. This is Stephan Haluska from CoolCleveland, signing out.